It's just 5 milligrams of pure DSP. All right.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is Ashkahn.
And this is Graham here. And today's question is, do you have any special floaty tools for cleaning your float center?
Floaty tools?
Yep.
Oh.
So, I think things that are lighter than water is what they're actually asking about. And we do, yeah. Not just because everything floats in a float tank, but no, I assume, do we have special tools that are float-centric as opposed to, a broom, which might be something that you clean any shop.
Yeah, I gotcha. We have brooms, though. I mean,
we have
so
floaty brooms, too.
We have brooms. So, yeah, special, fun little cleaning stuff that we use.
We mentioned it before, but a simple one actually is I like the aprons that we have around that people have started wearing, which again was a staff suggestion and a great one. And it's totally non-mandatory, but we find it just is so useful that almost everyone has kind of little half aprons that they wear around, both to protect them from salt and have little pockets to carry around the phone. And
we have little cleaning caddies that people take from room to room, so that holds their various bottles of cleaning solutions and rags and that sort of stuff. So it's a little easier just to grab one thing and carry it to the room with you.
Yeah, I've seen people use an entire cleaning cart.
Big
Before, a totally kind of roll around double decker.
Right.
I've seen small. Yeah, I mean we're a big
3
center
feet, I
compared
guess
to that, right?
But our hallway is only 5 feet long. Be very little space to roll.
But no, it's they can roll it into the entire room and you just have everything you need.
That
it's
would be cool.
It's having 3 cleaning caddies.
Big in
or
square footage.
Oh, I see. Not
big in number of float tanks, because it just wouldn't even fit in our float center. We couldn't roll a big caddy thing around. But if you have the space, that'd be freaking sweet.
Yeah. Have fun, get a little ride from it too.
Yeah, take a customer back to the bathroom.
So the little handheld caddies are good.
We have handheld caddies. We're not as impressive as those big rolly caddy people out there. We have for taking our samples from the float tanks in the morning to do our various chemistry tests. We have little bottles that you can take a sample from each float tank, but the best thing we found actually happened to be a children's chemistry set. It's literally a plastic, colorful little set with it conveniently came with 6 different tubes for our 6 float tanks, and each one had a different color cap on it because it's made for children. But for us, it was perfect. It was really easy to remember. Yellow is tank 3, and we'd write it on the cap.
Yeah, that helped with the memorization too, and definitely having the number right there.
The number helped.
Was nice. Yeah,
but it helped you not screw it up once you got everything settled. And then so we'd take a scoop out of each float tank, and then you could just go sit in the morning as you're opening, and you could have enough solution in each of these tubes to pour into your various test kits and do all the stuff you need to do every morning. So it just made it so you didn't have to constantly go from room to room multiple times to get samples for multiple tests.
Yep, and if you set up an easy bake oven next to you when you're doing it, then it really looks very official to the customers coming in, which is nice.
Yep. We got the old aqua broom.
Yep. Which is for sucking things out of the bottom of your float tank.
Yeah, sometimes
this is stuff that actually doesn't float. Actually is a floaty cleaning tool. Yeah.
yeah. That one really is. Sometimes there just is a small pebble or something like that. I notice it especially if for some reason someone wears a bathing suit in there. Then it's but yeah, every once in a while there's a little bit of sediment and it's easy to get out of the bottom if you have some sort of aquavac. They make
go back a little bit. How do you know if someone wears a bathing suit in there?
So mostly it's from a few times we've had the news people come in.
Yep.
And they always hop in with a bathing suit because it's morning news.
Sure.
And then every time afterwards I'm okay, there's a little bit of something saying.
I don't think I've had anyone come out and brag about the fact that I went in a bathing suit. I'm how are you finding these people, or how are you finding this out? Okay, go on.
The aqua broom, you can get battery powered ones, which is what we have, but then the batteries all the time have trouble handling.
Yeah, you'd think that something that was meant to be submerged in liquid would do an okay job of it, but once again the salt finds a way to just destroy everything.
Yeah, luckily, we rinse it off. Usually the batteries go pretty fast, but with enough cleaning and rinsing, we've only had to go through 2 of them, maybe 3 of them in our entire time of being around. which is, in case you don't know, pretty good for like float tank standards. Like only having to buy something 3 times is on the list of pretty sturdy devices.
As opposed to our reference thermometers, which we'd have to send back in for repairs twice a year or something, you know.
But they're also just hand powered ones that you can get that you like, kind of like one of those.
They can't
guns.
see the motion that you're making right now.
I know. Trying to describe it. Like one of those squirt guns where you like suck up, you like pull the tube out and it sucks up all the water inside the other tube. You guys know what I'm talking about.
It's really, the motions make it very clear what he's talking about too. He's doing a very, very good tube sucking motion.
We'll take some photos and we'll post it up with this.
I thought of another one too, our remote door buzzer.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really nice. So they can put them in the pockets of their aprons, which almost everyone wears. Just kind of throw it in there, wander around the space.
Yeah, there's like a sensor on our front door.
Yeah, he's gesturing up towards the top of the door, too, right now.
And the door opens like this.
So there's a little sensor on the top of the door, and people can throw this little remote in their pocket, and it just serves the same function that a doorbell would, but by vibrating, right? So someone opens the door, and then you get this little buzz in your pocket, and it's really useful for our staff. We don't have like a designated front desk person and a designated back cleaning person for our transition, so both people are kind of filling both roles, which means there might be a point where both people are not right there at the front desk, kind of ready to check people in, and so it's really nice to be able to respond within a few seconds or 30 seconds of someone coming in the door when they get that little vibration notice.
We also, I guess, just like cleaning off salt water off of things has always been a interesting challenge we've had to innovate our way around. It started with our nightly cleaning to like spray down the walls and everything. Our first attempt at a solution was buying a super soaker.
Which I still love. I think it worked great. It was delightful going back to the rooms with the kind of people in the lobby.
Yeah, like the last customers are coming out of the tanks.
Holding a giant, like a big super soaker and going back there like, what are you doing? It's like cleaning.
So that we had that for a little bit. And
Bumblebee model?
Yeah, we had the Bumblebee Transformer model super soaker.
It's a collector's edition now. You'll have to pay a good $50 if you want it.
It actually was a really good one because it had like a nozzle that made like a nice horizontal like line of. I'm describing it with words. Like it was like a horizontal line of spray, so you could actually like spray an entire like section of wall, and it would do a nice job.
Yeah, they also had a little sneaky side shot action too. Right. So if you made it look like you're about to spray the wall in front of you, you can actually shoot Ashkahn standing next to you.
Yeah, it would shoot off at a 90-degree angle, which was made for really good times.
And that got upgraded to, we now use basically like a full Ghostbuster backpack style sprayer. Not for the rooms themselves, but for kind of.
We use it sometimes in the rooms too. I guess it's good for getting places. What we did in the interim between these two solutions was we installed shower heads. The shower heads in each of our rooms, we got like really long nozzles for the neck, really long tubes connecting cords. Pipes, flexible piping. We got really long, flexible piping pieces from the shower heads to the wall so that we could use the shower head itself to spray a bunch of stuff off. But you could still only reach so far with that.
Mostly down to where they would hit the ground. Because it turns out if you get cords that are longer than the distance from the holder to the ground, then you immediately break them.
Yeah, someone drops it and it just smashes.
So ours go right down to dangling a couple inches off the ground if someone were to drop the handle, and that's kind of how they stretch out.
But yeah, the Ghostbuster backpacks, which really I guess are like what you put like pesticides in as you're spraying, like it's that sort of style.
You mean they don't actually use them to capture ghosts?
I mean, maybe.
You sold them to me under a totally different light than we ended up implementing them.
Those are good for the rooms. One of the reasons we actually first thought about getting those was because our mopping, when we would mop at the end of the night.
We had these beige jumpsuits, and we just didn't know what would go with them.
Our float center was haunted. We had to mop at the end of the night, and we would notice that it would take us like multiple rounds of mopping to really get the floor looking good. Like we'd have to do a whole pass with a mop, and then we'd have to do like a whole nother pass with like rags and stuff like that.
Because the salt will start to come up. Like it's so just everywhere that even after a little round of mopping, you've picked up so much salt, and that's gotten into the mop bucket that now you're kind of spreading around little salt crystals on the top of things.
You're basically dipping your mop into salt water and then like wiping the rest of your floor with it. And so what we did is instead of the mop bucket, we put the cleaning solution, like the water and whatever cleaning solution mixed into it, into the Ghostbuster backpack. And then people will walk and spray that on the ground to get things wet and then wipe it up with actual like big kind of floor towels that we have. And that ended up only needing a single pass because you weren't because every time you were spraying with the water, it was fresh water. It didn't have the salt water in it. And so it made everything a lot easier.
Yep, that's where the infamous chamois shuffle was developed.
The chamois shuffle, yeah.
That's where you have a chamois under each foot as you're doing the spray action.
I think they get it.
You can't. What, they can't see what I'm doing here?
What else do we use? Those are pretty good.
There's at least a smattering of cool tools that we make use of on a regular basis.
We have a giant utility sink. I mean, that's worth mentioning. 3-bay, giant stainless steel utility sink. Like, I remember the day we got it. It was like one of the greatest days of my life.
I'm still like drooling a little bit thinking about it. So I don't have kids, so this is the kind of thing that I show to people at parties.
Yeah, like if you just have a small single bay utility sink, you should really consider upgrading because it's a nice world out there with that many bays and that big of a sink. Basically, everything has salt in it, and you have to get salt off of things. And your utility sink is like your main battle station for desaltifying things.
I think it's like the 10th episode that we've mentioned our utility sink. Maybe we should just have like a in praise of utility sink episode one of these days. Really get it out. Yeah, that's all I.
Yeah,
that's all I got immediately for right now. Maybe we'll do. I
got one more.
Oh,
we have a nice little protection case for our hydrometer because those are really easy to break.
Oh, yep. And that it's kind of a do-it-yourself sort of case, but we did buy it from a company that sells hydrometer
cases. We bought it and they sent us basically like a piece of PVC pipe with
foam
inside of it.
Inside, yep.
For like $50. I'm like, okay.
I thought of another one too.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we have an eye wash station that actually attaches to our utility sink.
Yeah.
Just in case you end up getting chemicals in your eyes.
We've never had to use it, which is nice.
I've personally never had to use it.
It's nice to have it there.
Yeah.
And good. It feels good.
I feel great.
Yeah. All right.
It's a good episode.
Yeah. If you guys have other questions you want to ask us, you can hop over to floatanksolutions.com/podcast and hopefully we'll give answers just as informative as this one.
Which is to say spectacular.
Yeah.
You'll love it. You'll love being a part of it.
And yeah, that's it. So we'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye, everyone.